Hello, welcome back to my channel. We are back at it again with another Amberlynn Read reaction. I am back from my little hiatus. I finished last week my 5 exams that were like for the practical side of the classes I had to take and some theoretical, but for like the lesser classes, I passed them all. Woo woo. So now I only have my final practical for my neuroanatomy, and then next Friday I have my theoretical neuroanatomy, theoretical histology, and theoretical physiology. But I thought I would come in, we would do a reaction today. I have kept up with Amberlynn and like her videos, but through obviously reaction channels because we ain't gonna watch our girl if we don't got to. This says I watched this video. I did not, y'all. I swear. I just accidentally clicked it when I was going on and it says that I watched the whole thing. I have not watched the whole thing on Amberlynn's channel. I swear. I swear, you guys. Okay. But I have kept up with Amberlynn via reaction channels, mostly the ankle, because he's kind of my favorite reaction channel at the moment. But yeah, and Hecticana. I've been really enjoying Hecticana's videos lately. But I'm not obviously gonna go through all of them. A lot of it is just like reruns. So like if you watch the latest video, she essentially talks about the things she talked about already in the previous videos. Also, as we all know, I mean, I'm very late to the very late to the game. Why does it only show this? Okay, well, she posted that she wasn't going to do a live stream on Tuesday. She's going to do it on Wednesday. She then just posted, I saw on Salty Crab. Oh, also I've been watching on Salty Crab, but on Salty Crab that she isn't posting at all, so she owes her members a second live now. She still hasn't recovered the first time that she didn't do the 2 hours. At this point, like Salty Crab said, I think she's just bored of the live streams. I think she's not getting the attention she wants. She's not getting the super chats that she wants. There's nothing to really talk about. She's just super snarky and rude. So I think she just doesn't see a point. Let's see. Is there anything specific that I had thoughts on? Oh yeah, she's starring in SSRI. I think that's good. I don't know how long she'll stay on that. Also, I think it's her GP that prescribed it to her, which I think, like, obviously GPs can prescribe and like a lot of people get their SSRIs through a GP, but supposedly she's seeing a psychiatrist, so I don't know why she wouldn't get it through them. So I thought that was interesting. Let's see, I can't believe I'm showing this. Yeah, whatever. Okay, yeah. Also, she is switching out her, I don't know, scheduling. She's no longer doing all of the videos that she's been doing. And now she's just going to post whenever she wants. It did appear for a second that she was going to do a Monday, Wednesday, Friday situation type deal, but she hasn't posted. There's some speculation that maybe she's seeing someone's over. Honestly, that's the only thing I can think of as well. I don't have any proof or anything about that, but like Amberlynn in general doesn't really live life, doesn't really have a life, so I don't know what she could possibly be busy with other than a girl. So yeah, that's all of that. Also, the pigtails in her video before this was horrendous. I was thinking about doing pigtails, but honestly, I wasn't going to subject y'all to that because it's just so fucking ugly. Whatever. Oh, one thing I did think was interesting. She realized that her weight has not been accurate in her weigh-ins, which, duh, we all knew that. I estimated that she's probably around 550. 560s. She's definitely not at her heaviest. Like, you can tell in her face when she's, at the 2019 mark, but she's getting up to the 2019 mark for sure. And she finally admitted to the fact that her scale was broken. I think she probably broke it from her weight. She claims she broke it from it falling off the counter while she was cleaning. I mean, her scale was, what do you call it? Her scale only went up to 550, I believe. And I think she's pushing 550, if not over 550. And I don't think I think it's not like at 550, that's it. And then like after 550, it can't weigh you. I think she was getting up to 550 for so long and it probably broke the scale. So it stopped being able to weigh her correctly. But I think it's funny that she's like, the reason that she realized that wasn't because when she went to the doctors and it said a whole different weight that her scale was broken. No, she assumed that the doctor was wrong, which is fucking hilarious. But it was when it read 350 that she finally realized, oh, my scale might be broken. And even then, she had to test it out with a gallon of water. Y'all. The delusion is high on this one. But that's all I have. If there's something that triggers something else that I want to talk about, I'll insert it. I'll insert a clip, but probably not. Amberlynn has not been that entertaining. Actually, Foodie Beauty has been Foodie Beauty has really been interesting. We might have to like go through. I mean, the ankle has been covering it very well at this point, but essentially Foodie Beauty like having troubles with the Kuwaiti law and like popping off saying that she's Canadian, she's from the land of free speech and like she's not gonna shut up because you know like she has freedom of speech. And it's like, girl, not in Kuwait, you don't. You gotta follow laws when you're in that country. It don't matter where you're from, my girl. It matters where you're residing. But I think that whole arc is very interesting. So maybe we'll cover that in the future. We'll see after my exams. My exams will be done next Friday, and then I'll be kind of free. I'm starting research for gastric cancer this after my exams, and then I also am doing an internship at the hospital. So my summer starts, but it's not really starting, if y'all know what I mean. But if I have some time, I might cover that. If not, I'm sure, as you all know, go watch the ankle for that because he's been covering it really well. Oh, I was about to like this. Ew. Oh my god, y'all. Okay, let's just get into it, shall we? Her wonky eyes be wonky. Anyways.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to another vlog.
Oh yeah. She randomly started doing an intro, which is weird. Y'all, why is she doing an intro? She don't do nothing. It's weird. But okay. Pop off.
Alright, guys, so I just got ready because
I also love that she just didn't comment about putting an intro in. She's just like pretending like that's just always been there. That was also funny. Okay.
I'm actually about to go get some labs done. I'm going to just explain this in case you guys haven't watched my past videos.
And this is why I'm not so concerned with reacting to previous, because she essentially just repeats everything she already said in her previous videos.
I have hypothyroidism.
Right.
My doctor wants to see like what is the underlying cause of my thyroid being like this. So he's testing me for an autoimmune disease called Hashimotos,
yeah.
Whatever it's called. I used to not be able to pronounce hypothyroidism.
So the reason that she can pronounce hypothyroidism is because she's illiterate. It's a very easy word, hypothyroidism. But she's illiterate. So she can't like read. Tragic, really.
Now that I know how to pronounce that, it gives me hope that I will learn how to pronounce the words that I'm not good at pronouncing. Words that I will always pronounce, kind of hecticana, both, milk, eggs. People say that I pronounce those words weird.
I mean, Amber, you do, and you like it's very obvious that you actively try to say the words like that. It's not natural. Like we can see you actively putting in effort to say the words like that, which is like fine. Do what you want. It doesn't affect anyone. But like she thinks it makes her cute and quirky and like so different, but she just sounds like an idiot. Like I get that there are like dialects in the English language in the US where like that's just a natural um way of pronouncing those things, but it's not forced. So it doesn't sound as weird because it's not someone forcing themselves to say that. But like Amberlynn forces herself to say it, and you can see her like thinking and like trying to say it like that and like emphasizing that she's saying it like that, and that's where it becomes weird because it's not natural the way she's speaking.
But like my mom also pronounces them that way, so I think it's just like something I grew up doing. Oh, my mom's calling me. That was weird. Do you guys ever leave the house without your important documents? Literally almost just left without my lab requests. I still have my...
Okay, two thoughts. One, those are ugly as fuck. Why are they so big? The shape is, in my opinion, so ugly. I don't like the color. It makes her look really comic. It just makes her look comical. Like, what are we doing here? Does she think it makes her face look smaller? It really shows how small her nose is, though. She's got a very small nose. And my second thought is Amberlynn once again gives like vibes of human trying to, or like alien trying to cosplay a human being. Like, do you humans ever forget your documents when you leave? Who talks like that? Who speaks like that? It's giving like Amberlynn has never had to go out and do anything, has never like lived life. And so like she has this like experience for the first time and she's like, oh my God, now I can like act like all the girly pops. I can act like all the other humans that actually live life and like do things and go out of their home and like go to the doctors and like just do natural normal things that like everyone else wouldn't second guess about. It's so weird. I know it's nitpicky, but like it's so weird. It's just another example of Amberlynn cosplaying a human being. It's kind of funny.
Sticker on here. I got these from Torrid because I like to have a pop of pink. They're pretty cute. I wish my hair was down today, but not in the mood. Got my papers. I'm ready to go. I think I'm just gonna...
Okay. Her grandpa ears.
All right. Got my blood drawn. So we are done with that.
Wow, Amber, you did it. You did it.
Hello.
Also, I'm sorry, but I don't think she has Hashimoto's. Well, maybe. I don't know. But like I again would feel like this would have been caught earlier. Also, this whole like the whole like someone compiled, I forgot who it was, I think Despectful Moments maybe, compiled a whole video showing Amberlynn referencing like every single time she talked about getting her thyroid checked and it always being normal. I've had my thyroid checked more times than I can count. It's not diabetes. I don't have thyroid issues. My thyroid's great. Like, y'all are just haters. And now she's like, I've never gotten my thyroid checked. Girl, like, you're either lying now or you're lying then. Either way, you're a fucking liar, okay? On top of it, I think if she were to have thyroid issues or like something like Hashimoto's, that I feel like it would have been caught a lot earlier, because like she has gone to the doctors a lot in her past, and for someone like Amberlynn's size, I would almost bet that they would have checked her thyroid. Like someone coming in Amberlynn's size with the complaints that Amberlynn generally has, I would, if I was her physician, I would put on basic thyroid testing, you know, like I feel like that would just kind of be a basic thing to check for someone like Amberlynn, you know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, even like me who goes in like once a year for like checkups, unless I have like something else going on, they check my thyroid. So I feel like that's probably a pretty basic test that they did on Amberlynn. And again, Amberlynn went into the hospital and the ER, whatever, a lot, especially during the Beck era. She was going all the time. I highly doubt her thyroid was not checked. And she claimed that her thyroid hadn't been checked since she was 15. That's a fucking lie, Amberlynn. And you speak to people as if, like, you say these lies as though you don't have nurses and doctors watching you, or just like healthcare professionals in general watching you. And like you don't have people who get this shit like done and taken care of like a normal human being, and don't know what tests and things are ran, you know? Like she speaks as though she's like the first human being to ever go through these things, and that's why her lies are so tragically like unbelievable, is because she doesn't know how the world works, so she lies with the idea of like with zero understanding of how the world works. So the lies never make sense. But anyways,
welcome to the next day, actually.
okay.
I don't know about y'all, but like with the weather getting more warm and hotter, like I just...
Amber, more warm and hotter are the same thing. You ever notice that? I'm gonna be so ranty in this video. Do you guys ever notice that she does a lot of like, she like rephrases the same thing to oh, you can't see Dimitri. She says like a lot of like synonyms of the same thing to like say more words. And I think she thinks it makes her sound intelligent, but it makes her sound dumb, in my opinion.
I do not want to wear my hair down.
Okay.
But I also do not want to be in the habit of wearing my hair up all the time, because
that's all you do.
I personally don't like my hair up, but it's
because like you can't hide your non-existent neck, your ever-expanding face. I mean, she uses her hair as a cloak. Like, it's a way for her to slim down her already like very obvious weight gain. She thinks it hides it. So, I mean, but Amber, you always wear your hair up, so I don't know why we're acting like it's crazy now.
During warmer days. So it actually just stopped raining.
Wild.
The rain has eased up, folks.
All right.
Like, it has just been so stormy lately, and I'm like, oh my god, why is this happening? Like, I don't mind a storm. Thunderstorms, lightning, etc., used to scare me irrationally for some reason, but I've graduated.
I thought it was because she got electrocuted through her headphones during the Crystal era, and that's why she was scared of storms. Also, do you guys remember during the Crystal era, she was like 21, 22, 23 maybe? And she was like sitting there like terrified and like didn't want Crystal's parents to go to work, and was like, they shouldn't be going to work, they should be staying home. It was just so insane. Like a grown-ass woman wanting your girlfriend's parents to stay home. And she's like, people shouldn't be out. It was just like a normal rainstorm. It really shows how not part of this world Amberlynn truly is.
Graduated from that era, and I do enjoy the storm. But the thing is, I don't enjoy the tornadoes. By the way, I'm going to be a furry mess today. Like, a part of me wants to get rid of this outfit because I pet my fur babies literally all day long. And this type of material literally attaches to their fur. Hardcore.
Okay, screenshot! I'm going to be semantically annoying right now. It would actually be the fur that attaches to the clothing, not the clothing that attaches to the fur. Okay. I just had to say that. I'm so sorry.
Like, what I mean by that is,
we get it.
All day long, I'm going to be picking fur and their little fur baby particles, for the lack of a better word, off of my clothing all day long. Fur. It's just like the material this is. But I like it because it's cute, striped. I don't know. But like, there's just certain type of materials that you shouldn't wear if you plan on cuddling your fur babies. Okay. But this is just one of those moments where I'm like, if I look like a mess, it's literally just because I am.
What are we talking about right now?
This is actually the full outfit here. I've had this dress.
And she wanted us to believe that she's 5'13", y'all. That's fucking hilarious. bruh. Her ass is literally pulling up this dress. This is literally so tragic, Amberlynn. Why is this not a fucking wake-up call to you? I'm so confused. How are you, like, look at her arms. I cannot imagine moving my arms. Like, it's literally like having sandbags. I don't understand how we're still in this position. I don't understand it. I don't understand. And she's still gaining. That's the craziest part. She's actively gaining weight. And she wants us to believe that she cares, that she's trying, that she's doing something. I don't get it.
For literally ever, but I forgot all about it.
Girl.
Super cute. Like, I
Is
personally
it?
love a good stripe, and I also really enjoy the colors. Black.
I mean, look.
And maroon.
Some of y'all call it her liver titty. Y'all are going to hell for that one. But, yeah. I can't get over it. Just looks so painful. So painful. I also can't get over how tiny her shoulders are. Like, and the fact that her head looks so small. Her head is giant, by the way, okay? But the fact that her head looks so small in comparison to her body really shows you how big her body is. Because again, this bitch has got a massive fucking head, y'all. When she's next to her girlfriends or partners, her head is like double the size of all of their heads. It's really crazy. So the fact that her head looks like comically small on her body really shows how big her body really is. I don't understand how we're still in this position.
All right, guys, so I got a new mesh shirt from Amazon. Yeah. I'm not sure how I feel about it because it looks like a disease of some sort in person.
What disease?
I don't know. I also got
Leopard
a new
print.
brush. I've realized I really love this brand. I use it for my foundation. I use it for blush. But I got some bronzer, and I needed a brush for it. I got the Buttermelt bronzer. This is actually what I use for blush. And this Buttermelt NYX brand that they have going. This is in the...
Again, not a makeup person. Are you supposed to use bronzer as blush? I feel like that wouldn't work on Amberlynn's skin tone. Like, I feel like if maybe you had darker skin tone, like, that could work. Because it's, like, lighter. So it would maybe brighten it up. You know? Like, if you were, like, chocolate. Or, like, you know, caramel. I feel like that could be very nice. But Amberlynn's flower white. So I don't understand. I feel like that would just look weird. But again, I am not a makeup person. I don't know. I could be talking out of my ass right now.
Color Deserve Butter. And then I got some new eyebrow stuff. So I got 305 Soft Brow Maybelline. I've been using the same e.l.f. eyebrow stuff for like literally a decade.
Yeah, it sucks.
So I figured I would try something different. All right, you guys, I want to show you a meal that I have been ordering lately. So it's from this restaurant called BJ's. It's soba noodles.
I mean, just like, you're going to show us your giant ass body. You've already told us that you've gained weight, that you were like horrified by what your doctor's scale said. Notice that she never told us what her doctor's scale said because it's probably shocking. It's probably in the 550s, 560s, okay? So she's probably going to try to, you know, lose some weight before she tells us and be like, oh, you guys, like, turns out I'm only like 530 instead of 513. So like, I'm just like, you know, a few pounds heavier. The bitch is in the 540s, sorry, 550s, 560s, 100%. Like, I'd almost bet my life on it. And we're going to sit here ordering a massive portion because, again, Amberlynn's body is ginormous, okay? And that thing is like the width of her, okay? That's a big-ass plate then. Sorry, that's a big-ass plate. Why are we ordering food in general? Why are we ordering such a massive portion of food? It's just, what are we doing, Amber? What are we doing? I don't ever want to hear you come onto this channel and talk about you're scared for your life, you're having health anxiety, you're scared you're going to die young. Babe, you're going to die young, and you're the one that's causing that issue. You're sitting here gleefully going into your 6-foot grave. I don't like, you're skipping right into it. You really don't seem to give a fuck about it. So I don't know why she's showing this. Is she just like fully into feeder content now? Does she just like, she's given up? She doesn't even want to pretend like she cares? I don't get it.
And it's genuinely delish. So it's soba noodles, obviously, in a peanut sauce with chicken, broccoli, almonds, carrots. Normally, I'm creeped out by chicken, but I've told you guys before, actually, that the chicken here at BJ's is so good. Like, there's no...
Amber, you're not scared of nothing when it comes to food, or you wouldn't be the fucking size that you are, my dude. Get a fucking grip. Enter reality for a second. Like, you're not scared of meat. You're not scared of chicken. You're not grossed out by whatever. You don't have food contamination issues, or you wouldn't be this size, Amber. Okay, real talk, my dude. You wouldn't be this size. It's just a fact. Also, this meal in general is not bad, okay? Like, if someone of normal or even maybe a little bit overweight was eating this, I wouldn't bat an eye. But it's the fact that Amberlynn is standing at deathly obese, who like will pass away due to her weight, who is already having so many health issues directly because of her weight, is sitting here still ordering out food, is wild to me. It is so crazy to me that we're doing this. And does she really think that people are going to respond positively to this? At this point, it's gotta just be for feeders. It has to be. This is not for her normal audience.
Weird tendons, there's no weird textures. It doesn't look weird. It's cooked well.
Ew.
Look how delicious this looks. It's honestly amazing. Hello.
She's so nasty.
So it's been a little bit. I'm actually doing some laundry. I use the Moonlight Gain for dryer sheets. For the actual wash, I use the Gain Moonlight Breeze liquid stuff. The best.
Is she trolling?
So I'm supposed to get my...
Is she trolling? You guys, I use Gain. That's the only thing that she did positively on this channel is Gain. Isn't that crazy? That's the only positive thing that has come out of her channel. And not like positive as in like good, but like that's the only thing. You know what I mean? She's just gained. Crazy.
Results today, but I did not get them. So I'm hoping that I get them tomorrow. So my doctor never really told me, like, you know, if I do have Hashimotos, like, what is that going to mean? Like, what do I do for it?
You take the medication, right? Like, at the end of the day, I think all you can do is just supplement what the, like, I might be wrong on this one. So if y'all know different, let me know. But from my understanding, you would continue to take the thyroxetine or whatever it is that you got prescribed. So it's just like thyroid replacement. You know, you're just supplementing what the antibodies are attacking. You know? That's what I guess. Also, I do know a lot of times if you don't get your results back right away, usually it's because they're normal and so they don't feel the need to like rush the results back to you. But that's just been my experience in the past. I am hoping that I do not have that and that
she hopes taking this thyroid medicine can just fix my thyroid. I don't know. I guess
Amber, I just need you to know this, okay? Please take your medication. She has a history of not taking her medication, so hopefully, fingers crossed, she takes her medication. But it's not going to be the fix that you think it's going to be. You're not going to magically lose 400 pounds taking this medication if you continue to eat the way that you do and live the lifestyle that you continue to live. Having hypothyroidism does not make someone 400 extra pounds. I will say it till I'm blue in the face. It makes a person maybe 30 extra pounds, maybe 50 extra pounds, you know? It does not make a person 400 extra pounds. That is due to lifestyle. That is due to your own choices. That is not due to any genetic factors. That's not due to some crazy disease or disorder, you don't like, the only disorder that I could genuinely think of that would have an excuse for this is Prader-Willi syndrome, where you have a never-ending appetite. They, like, these people quite literally never feel the feeling of fullness. That is the only disorder. By the way, they also have severe cognitive disability. So many of these children have like the thought process of a kid, like a 5-year-old, a 7-year-old. Most of these people end up needing, well, I think most, if not all, end up needing to either be in a facility or a full-time caretaker. You don't have that, Amberlynn. You don't have Prader-Willi syndrome. Although you're dumb as shit, it's not due to that disorder. You don't have anything that's causing you to be this way other than the lack of discipline, this idea that it's everyone else's fault for the way that you are and that the world owes you something. You have a privileged mindset. You have a it's not my problem mindset. Everyone else to come and fix me mindset. And that's why you are the way that you are. Okay? Not due to any disorder. So sure, you might have hypothyroidism, and taking this medication might help your metabolism move a little bit faster than it is, but it's not going to shed 400 pounds for you. It might shed 10 pounds for you without you trying to do anything, but that's not a lot, Amberlynn. You need to actively seek help, go into some inpatient, actually see someone monitoring your food intake. I don't know what, but you need to relinquish control. And this idea that like you're trying to place entire blame of your weight onto hypothyroidism is laughable. It's delusional and it's laughable. And honestly, I think once again, because this is the case for, you know, some people, you can eat yourself into having hypothyroidism. Amberlynn, I think, has eaten herself to the point where her thyroid has stopped working. That can happen when you become obese or morbidly obese. And Amberlynn has been morbidly obese her entire life. So I don't think that this is like something she was like she was born with. I don't think this is something that's congenital. I think she ate herself to this point, just like she ate herself to cancer, just like she ate herself to lymphedema, just like she has eaten herself to so many other issues. I think she's eaten herself to the point that she has hypothyroidism. So I actually don't think taking this medication is really going to show that much of a difference in terms of her weight. But that's not something Amberlynn really wants to discuss, because she wants, once again, to have an explanation as to why she's 550 pounds, and it's not at all because all she does is eat out and sit on her ass and shove food in her face. She doesn't want that to be the case. It's definitely some other magical entity that has caused her to be this way.
A lot of women after their 30s actually get this disease. It's genuinely crazy how much like your body truly changes once you're in your 30s. Like I feel like I've got
First off, it's not that common for people in their 30s, women in their 30s to get this disorder. I'm sure it does happen. I'm not saying that someone who has hypothyroidism, it's because like they've done what Amberlynn has done to their body and it's their fault. These things can happen as you get older. But it's not as common as Amberlynn's trying to make it out. Like, don't let this bitch talk to you about medicine. She don't know what the fuck she's saying. She also just wants to be part of all the girly pops. Low-key, Amberlynn, your body is not a 30-year-old's body. Okay? You have, like, the body of, like, a 60, 70-year-old. So, for you to be talking as if you're part of a 30-year-old woman's body, you know, group is also laughable. Your body hasn't been 30 years old for a long fucking time. Okay, real talk. It probably was in its 30s when you were in your teenage years. That's the craziest part.
More mature, level-headed. Wait. It's genuinely crazy how much like your body truly changes once you're in your 30s. Like I feel like I've gotten more mature, level-headed.
Where?
Like my health definitely gone downhill. But
you guys, okay, again, first off, your body isn't dramatically changing at 30. It's not like you turn 30 and suddenly your body's just deteriorating. Obviously, when you like as you get in older, right? We age. When we age, things start changing. Hormone levels start changing. Whatever. It's not a dramatic shift at 30. A lot of women start seeing real changes when they start entering in their 40s. That's usually when like you really start seeing a lot of changes. When you really start like seeing aging. I'd say this is probably for men too. But yeah, I'll speak about women. But Amberlynn's trying to make it seem like you're 30 and you're just that's not true. You're being a 30-year-old man or woman or they them is you're still very young. You're still at the peak of being a peak of your health, as a human being. You're still in your prime time. Your health should not be deteriorating at that point. You shouldn't be noticing dramatic changes at 30. That's just once again Amberlynn trying to convince herself that what she's experiencing is normal and not an absolute byproduct of her treating her body like absolute fucking shit. Now, will you start seeing the effects of how you treated your body in your younger years, in your 30s and 40s? Absolutely, right? Like, you're not a 20-year-old anymore, sure, but you're not going to see these dramatic, like, widespread health issues and, all of a sudden you just, like, are this old, frail human being at 30 years old. No, you're still very young. You're still very much in your prime, okay? Please do not let women like this speak for other women because one, Amberlynn does not live like a normal, average female or male, to be honest, but like average human being, okay? So she doesn't even fit into these like categories. But also, like, Amberlynn is purely talking out of like trying to make herself feel better. This is not accurate information that she's sharing. And I think it's so dangerous when like we have this rhetoric of like, oh yeah, once you turn 30 or 40, like your health just like, shits out and like it's not good. It I think it gives this idea that like, well then there's no point in it because I'm old anyways. And like you're not old at that age. You are very capable. You can pretty much do everything that you could before in your 20s. Like really not much changes in your 30s. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't like that rhetoric because there's already this like shitty perception because we live in a patriarchal system of like women losing value once they like turn into their 30s and 40s. It's just not accurate. You don't lose value, you're not losing your health. You're doing fine, okay? Unless you've eaten yourself to the point that you're morbidly obese for your entire fucking life, then yeah, you're probably going to start seeing health changes in your 30s. But the reason Amberlynn is seeing these health changes in her 30s is not because she's just a 34-year-old woman. It's because once again, she has like the health of of a like 50, 60-year-old. That's around the time you start seeing real health, like, maybe decline or like things start getting harder. You got to start being more active. You need more like attention, like getting a colonoscopy and like having like mammograms all the time and just like making sure things are up to date and all of that, like it's also when you're going through menopause, so like hormone fluctuations start happening, things start shifting and changing. But even then it doesn't mean that you're unhealthy, right? But like that's why it's not because Amberlynn's in her 30s. Like that just really pisses me off. It really such a pet peeve of mine. I also didn't explain that very well. But yeah, I hope you guys got the point of what I'm trying to say.
Fix that. This is how my arm looks from getting my...
Okay, honestly, Amberlynn, you can't fix it. I really believe at this point in your life, you cannot fix it. At least the way that you're going about it. You've had time to fix it. You have gotten to the point now where like you're, again, knocking on death's door. And unless you get someone else to take over and take control of the situation, you're not going to fix it. You're not going to see 40. You're not going to see 50, my dear. Like, that's where we're at this point.
Blood drawn yesterday.
Okay.
So tell me, are you guys one of those people where it's hard to find a vein or it's easy? For me, it's easy, thankfully. I did have an era, maybe like 7 years ago, even actually during my cancer journey, it was kind of hard for them to find a vein sometimes. Okay. I don't know, in the last few years, like my veins just like are there. They're just really easy to be seen.
Right.
And I know
For
that's
sure.
shocking because, like, for heavier people, veins are harder to
No,
find.
Amber, you're not heavier. You're fucking deathly obese, okay? You have, like, a foot of fucking fat lying on top of where your arteries should be and where your veins should be, okay? Like, girl, please. Also, I'm gonna show you mine. My veins are very easy to see. Can you see? I don't know, you can't really see. They're really easy to see. Like, you can see two really nice ones, and every single time, I'm left hand in everything that I do. Like, I'm a lefty that was taught how to write with my right hand, so I write with my right hand. But I live life as a lefty, so I always get my blood taken in my right hand. And there's one beefy vein right here. It's real nice. And they always go for it. But it always plays a trick every single time. And I have to tell them every time. It always rolls. So it always looks like it's just gonna go right in. And they always have trouble with it every single time. I'm like, don't be deceived. She plays with you. But yeah, I've had to get it in my hand a few times. Once because I was severely dehydrated and there was just no way. So they had to put it in my hands. That was not fun. But I also was like half unconscious. So I like remember it and don't remember it. But I remember it not being fun. And like when I started getting better, it hurt. And I had like a huge ass bruise after. But yeah, usually they have to try a few times, and it's so annoying because I don't mind needles on other people. I can see other people getting needles. I can put needles into other people, but I get really terrified with needles. I like get a panic attack as a kid. It was horrible. They had to like hold me down. Now as an adult, I just hyperventilate. Yeah, which is ironic. But yeah, looks like I have easy veins, but I don't. They always have to try a few times. Very annoying, but not their fault. It's my veins' fault because they're always playing.
That's just like how it is. But mine is just like always there, and they
Yeah,
always do my
Amber.
right arm. I think it's just because naturally I just put out my right arm, so then I think they just go ahead and assume this is the one. But yeah, thankfully.
I mean, it's not assuming if you're giving them your arm. That's not assuming. That's just critical thinking. I don't know,
like I've only ever once, again, it was during my cancer journey, ever had them go through my hand, and it was right before my hysterectomy.
Yeah, it sucks.
They did it through my hand. Oh my god, that was scary. All right, snackling.
I mean, it's not scary. It's just uncomfortable because there's no fat. Well, Amberlynn, that's the thing. Amberlynn has fat on her hand. So, to be honest, it probably didn't even hurt her that much. But for the average individual, we don't have fat. It's just skin, then cartilage, and veins, and bone. So that shit hurts. But Amberlynn, she got cushion, so she's fine.
I'm craving a snack.
Oh, girl,
I'm gonna
you
have
don't
some
need
of this
one.
uncured peppered salami. This is like one of my
Meat
favorite.
freaks me out.
Highly recommend.
Okay,
it's
Amber.
so good. And then for my sweet tooth,
Oh my god,
which I highly recommend, are these
No.
milk chocolate sea salt caramels. The brand is Favorite Day, and you get 3 of them for 150
that's
calories.
not good.
I find that caramel is actually pretty low calorie. It's just not realistic.
Girl, caramel is literally just sugar and butter mixed together slowly, and then it becomes caramel. Nothing about that is low calorie. Are you dumb? Does she know what caramel is? She honestly probably does not know what caramel is. 3 pieces for things that are probably this big is for 150 calories, dude, is not good. You can have 2 eggs for 150 calories. 3 pieces of chocolate that are going to give you no nutritional value. You're going to just crave more because those things are not meant to just have 3 and you're chilling. Like, it's made so that you want more and more and more. It's going to make you crave other sweet things. It's so bad. It's so bad, Amber, whatever.
For me to never have anything sweet again for the rest of my life. So I just have to make it work. So I really enjoy.
Amber, no one is saying that you can never have sweets again in your life. But if you don't tell yourself no for a few years, you're not going to have a life to have sweets. Okay? That's your reality. No one's saying, hey, once you go on a diet and you lose weight, you can never go back. That's not the point. The point is to say no to shit now, lose the fucking weight so you can actually live to see your 50s and 60s. And then at that point, hopefully you have a healthier, like, relationship with food or get some help for that, and you can still have sweets and other foods, but you live for these things instead of just living life and like these being a nice little part of your life every now and then. Like, it's not normal to have a sweet every night, Amber. That is not a normal thing for a human being. It's not normal to need a little snack all day long. It's not normal to need something, a dessert every night. That is such, you have made that a normal. But if you look at every other human being that is a normal, healthy size, I guarantee you they are not eating a sweet every single night. That shit adds up after a while. That is not good for you. Like, have fruit as a dessert, have yogurt as a dessert. I'm not saying you can't have sweet things, but like to have this kind of thing every single night is not normal eating behavior.
Having like 2 or 3 of these. And then this is what they look like. Do keep in mind my hands are kind of small. Yes, I get it, they're fat, but like they're small. Same with my feet. I have small feet, but they're fat, just like my hands. Small but fat. And it's just super delicious. Look at it. Shout out to the water gods.
Oh my God.
Amberlynn finally found the way to do it. I'm telling you, why am I obsessed with drinking water?
Oh my gosh. I actually watched on Oh Lordy It's Shorty. He watched, again, I think it's Despicable Moments, a compilation where they put all the times that she bought a water bottle. Holy shit, you guys. Like, I know that she's bought a lot of water bottles in the past. It's like, it's, I don't know, a joke at this point in girl world, but like to see it in a compilation, it wasn't even everything, but to see it in a compilation is so insane, dude. She's been doing this since the Crystal era. It's actually so insane. At one point, like one of the times she went with Destiny, she bought 3 at the same time and we never saw her using them. It's so insane. And it's crazy that here we are in 2025 and she's still doing this shit.
Oh, and no, I do not use sink/tap water for my eyes that I put in here. Nobody wants a frozen worm, you silly Bouncy Bubbles. Listen, this whole vlog has been filmed. I'm currently editing it. It just started storming outside yet again. I'm watching the live news on and off while I edit this. I don't know how much more I can take of these storms, folks.
Amber, it literally has zero effect on you. You sit in your house building a fucking Lego or watching a reaction channel. What has changed for you? What is being affected for you, Amberlynn? Absolutely nothing. You just like to work yourself up for, I don't know why. I don't know why you like to. It's honestly tragic at this point for yourself. Also, the Bouncy Bubbles came from like her live. Someone like called her a bouncy bubble or something like that. I think it's fucking hilarious. She is a bouncy bubble. I bet you she'd bounce right up and down.
I use my gallon of water and I make ice that way.
Oh, also, she's referencing the ice because I think it was Hecticana who said, so you do, I think actually a lot of people said this, but I remember him saying this in a video of like, you have a problem with like tap water, but you make ice out of your tap water. And now she's like, no, you guys, I don't do that. I'm bougie. Also, yeah, I think it was in her last video. Does she talk about like, it was in one of her videos. She talks about like she just can't do tap water. She calls it sink water, which is like, this bitch acts like she grew up in a billionaire's household. Motherfucker claims to have lived in poverty, but this bitch acts like she's got fucking billionaire dollar palette. Okay, I don't know. It's like I'm watching some bitch on my Sweet 16 bullshit. Some privileged little white bitch. Okay, it doesn't matter if she's white. My privileged little bitch going about acting like, oh my God, you guys, I'd never drink tap water. Like, I would never, like, like, it's so gross. Like, Amber, though you don't understand the way that you sound. There are people that, like, first off, it is a privilege to live in a country that you can drink the water from a tap and it be safe. That is a privilege. There are a lot of places in the world where that's not a thing, okay? And there are people who wish for that, okay? Who wish for that accessibility to water. So for you to be shitting on it in general is just a load of privilege, and it's crazy coming from a person like you. But second off, to talk about it even to people who live in America who that's all they can afford, okay? And you're out here being like, I can't do it. It's like so gross or whatever. And like turning your nose to it, being like, I have to go buy bottled water to like do all my shit. It's again, privilege. It's privilege for you to be saying this shit. And it's, you want to go do that, fine. But you don't need to be putting it outline, and you don't need to be talking about it the way you do, because you sound disgusting. You sound disgusting. Your main audience are Americans, and most Americans are struggling right now. It is not good in America financially, economically. It's not good for most people. Most people are working their ass off just to make ends meet, just to make sure that their family has a roof over their head, clothes on their body, and food in their stomachs. And you're out here talking about how, oh, you could never drink tap water. You just can't do it. You're just too good for it. It's tone deaf. It's tone deaf on so many fucking levels. It's privileged on so many fucking levels. And I don't understand a person like you who claims to have grown up with nothing, who is, this like downtrodden bitch, somehow can't drink tap water and talks about it in such a disgusting, like, derogatory way. Like, I don't get that. So check yourself. Stop saying that shit in the way that you say it, and just honestly stop saying it in general, because you sound disgusting. You sound like you need to be taken down a few notches, which I firmly believe she does.
I add the ice, the water. I'm about to refill this. So I'm going to be drinking like 1.5 of these today, which is really good for me. So I took this gallon of water.
I don't give a fuck. We're not watching this.
So I already showed you guys these two that I completed, which is the spade and the heart. But I did the club. Look how cute it is.
I like these.
So the one I'm working on now is actually the diamond. And then I will have the whole collection.
Well, I'm so happy for you,
Amber. So as you guys remember, in my last vlog, I talk about how my scale is broken. I ordered a new one and it was just delivered. So let's go get it. All right, you guys. So I did get my scale, but I don't like going to bed with wet hair, personally. So I'm going to get my shower over with. But I actually...
Wait. How did we go from the scale to... But I don't like my hair wet. Also, y'all, I just showered. You can't tell because my hair is drying, but it's wet underneath and in the back. Yeah, I'm like really killing you guys. You wouldn't be able to relate. Anyways... That was such a weird segment. Okay, I don't know. I don't understand how those correlated. That's fine. I'll just let her speak.
I have watched an episode of 1,000 Pound Sisters today. I'm still watching from last season when they were in the UK. And I don't know, like, seeing Tammy be able to do that, like go to a different country, like, it brought tears to my eyes. Like, I just think that's genuinely
she don't give a fuck.
Freaking inspirational. It's beautiful. Like, yes, she has to use a scooter while there, even though she has lost over 400 pounds. But, like, who cares? I do not want her to...
Amberlynn said that just to, like, be like, she still has to use a scooter. Like, she's trying to make it seem like, oh my god, like, yeah, she still has to use a scooter, but it's like, it's okay. She just said that because she still wants to, like, be like, see, she still has to use a scooter. She lost 400 pounds, she still has to use a scooter. Like, that was Amberlynn's, like, attempt at covert, I don't know, dogging on someone. Also, Amber, she's clearly not an inspiration to you, because look at you, you're actively gaining. Also, remember when you were talking about how you're so much tinier than Tammy? Well, Tammy now is a lot smaller than you, okay? You will never get to the point that Tammy is. Isn't that fucking hilarious? You used to shit on Tammy, and now you're getting the hump on the back. You're getting the fucking fat on your forehead. Look how karma really bit you in the fucking ass, bro.
bad about that at all. Like, people have to use scooters for multiple different reasons.
Amber, we don't need to hear from you.
Girl,
we don't need to hear from you, who actively has used and abused the use of scooters. I mean, at this point, the bitch needs it, okay? But she used to be in the 300s. There was no need for her to be using a scooter. She used it because she thought it was fun and she was lazy. So I don't want to hear from you, Amber. Also, no one's looking at you to talk about, like, ableist activism, okay? You're one of the most ableist motherfuckers out there, Miss. Stevie Wonder isn't blind. Helen Keller didn't do shit. There's no fucking way. Like, you're fucking ableist, my dude. So I don't want to hear you try to attempt at ableist activism for people who are disabled. Okay, I don't want to hear it. You're a fucking ableist motherfucker.
You're in the UK. Like,
okay.
It's just,
I mean, it's
so
cool,
beautiful. But she inspires so many people, including me.
No, she doesn't.
And it's
Not you.
I love seeing it.
I absolutely think Tammy, she's done amazing. I think it's wonderful. I'm so happy to see Tammy's personality being, like, able to flourish. Like, I feel like we're seeing more of, like, who Tammy really is now that she's, like, not trapped in her body. Like, she's done and said some really shitty things, and it's not to excuse those behaviors, but I think, like, Tammy for her entire life felt trapped, and I think at some point you just begin to be mad at the world. But guess what? Tammy got up, asked for help, followed through with that help, and is doing so much better now. She just got her skin surgery done. Her mobility is 10 times better than what it was before. She's actually able to do things. She's feeling confident in herself. Like, she has done the damn thing. And with help, which I think is insanely brave. I think that is the best thing for someone like Tammy, like Amberlynn, is to ask for help. It is a powerful thing. It takes a lot of strength to ask for help and to lean on that help. But Amberlynn, in her narcissistic, I'm always right, I know better than everyone else, will never do that. And that's why she will never do what Tammy did. Because she will never ask for help and allow someone else to tell her and guide her on how to better herself and lose the weight and it prolong her life. She'll never let anyone else because she's too sick in the fucking head to do that. So I'm proud of Tammy. I'm so proud of what she's done, the changes that we've seen in her physically and mentally. But for Amberlynn to be talking about this as if, one, anyone gives a fuck about Amberlynn's thoughts on this, and two, as if Tammy gives a fuck about what Amberlynn thinks. Tammy don't fuck with Amberlynn, okay? That whole family, the Slaytons do not fuck with Amberlynn. They don't like her ass. They play nice when they have to, but outside of that, I guarantee you that they're not thinking twice about Amberlynn. Amberlynn's not on their fucking radar, so why Amberlynn feels the need to use Tammy's name to get views on this it's just kind of pathetic.
Love seeing it. I know there's actually a current season happening, and I don't like spoiler alerts, so I know
there's no way you haven't seen it.
I'm just happy to see that they have a new season, like, when it's almost summertime. Usually it's around winter when it comes out.
I think it's because Amy went through some, like, Amy's been going through it. Okay, I actually feel really bad for her. I think she's struggling with, like, postpartum depression, stuff like that. I think she needs some severe mental help, and I don't think she's getting that at the moment. But she's going through it. I feel for her. Again, it's not excusing her actions. It's definitely not an excuse for anything that she's done. But I do think we're watching someone that is actively struggling, and I hope that she gets the help that she needs. But again, I don't know why Amberlynn's talking about it.
So that makes me wonder if they're still filming. Like, me and Tammy are friends on Facebook. We've said a couple things to each other, nothing like
Amber,
crazy,
no.
Really, I just felt
Tammy don't like you.
Amazing and such an inspiration. She probably gets that every single day, all day long, but, like, I mean it so hard. Like, as deep as my heart goes, that's where it's at.
Amberlynn's heart ain't that deep, so it's really not that deep. Amberlynn feels things at a superficial level. She likes to pretend like she feels things deeper than everyone else, We know that's not true. She feels things at a very superficial level. So again, her saying this is like, it don't mean shit, okay? Again, Amberlynn thinks that she's gonna get something out of this. Also, Tammy's one of those people, low key, like no shade, but that will follow anyone that follows her, kind of thing. You know, like I know people like this in my personal life who are kind of like, especially like when Tammy was heavier and like really struggling or whatever, like she was just so desperate for connection that she gives one of those people that would just kind of follow and talk to anyone that would talk to her, you know? That doesn't mean anything, Amberlynn. She talks to reaction channels. Do you think reaction channels are out here acting like they're BFFs like you? I guarantee you that there's some reaction channels that actually have talked to Tammy more than you have. I know for sure Zachary Michael has talked to Tammy quite a bit of times. I bet you she's talked to Zachary Michael more than she's talked to you, Amber.
Alright, you guys. So the scale that I got,
she looks rough,
is the XL 700. The brand is My Weight, and it is a talking scale. I'm pretty sure it comes with batteries, but just in case.
Oh, it goes up to 700. I'm telling you, y'all, she broke it because she went over the weight. I guarantee you that's what happened. She exceeded the weight limit on the other one. Because why would she get a 700-pound scale now? We have never seen Amberlynn do that. Even when she was at her heaviest, she didn't do that. So clearly, I think the doctor's scale probably told her she was in the 560s. I really do. I think that they told her you're in the 560s, 550s, 560s, and she's like, fuck, dude. So she can't get another 550 scale. She has to get one that goes higher, and the next highest 700 pounds. That's insane, Amber. Also, I saw comments saying that Amberlynn looks like a giant baby without makeup, and it's so true. She looks like a giant fucking baby. She looks like, I said from Spirited Away, she looks like that one witch. And everyone was like, no, she looks like the baby. You guys 100% correct. She absolutely looks like the Spirited Away baby. And she gives those vibes too. She's the spoiled little brat.
Said it doesn't. I do have tons of batteries, so it doesn't even matter. So I'm pretty sure it's the same brand as the scale I have now. It does look a little bit different though.
Okay.
I think the other one only weighs up to 550, the one that I have now, actually.
First off, her acting like she doesn't know is comical. Her acting is bad as hell. But wild that she would say only to 550. Girl, first off, you know exactly how much it weighs, okay? You know exactly how much that shit weighs up to. Just crazy. She really be telling on herself these days.
So what I like about the scale is it is wide. So
well, duh.
For us thick thighs.
No, really. Amber, you are not part of the thick thigh community, okay? I got thick thighs, okay? Thick thighs do be saving lives. But Amber, you don't even have what appears to look like thighs at this point, okay? Your thighs aren't thighs anymore. I don't know what, they're just masses, okay? Your body no longer resembles a human body. I hate to break it to you. I really hate to break it to you. It does not resemble a human body anymore. So for you to clump yourself into, us thick-thighed girls or whatever, you're not part of that community, babe. Okay, you're no, okay.
And boys and non-binaries, it's good. So you feel more like level on it. But this is what it looks like.
It doesn't even, honestly, real talk, I think Amber still is going to struggle with that. It doesn't really look that wide. And it's definitely not any wider than her other scale was. And she could barely fit herself on that when she used to show us her stepping on the scale. She would struggle and be shaking on that. So I think she's still going to struggle. Whatever.
Scale before. And no, I will not be weighing myself right now because
of course not.
It is nighttime and I have 8 and everything else. So
Amber, you're gonna be like maybe 5 pounds heavier. Come on, like get an estimate. You're so lazy. The girl, I think she's on. Actually, I genuinely believe she wants to lose some weight before she steps on that scale and tells us, because she does not want all of us to be correct. The reaction channels, her comments, we've all been saying, girl, you ain't 5'13", you ain't 5'16", you're in like the 50s and 60s, you're looking at your heaviest, like, which I don't think she's looking her heaviest, but she's pretty fucking close to it, and she doesn't want to step on that scale and prove everyone correct. And when she stepped on that scale and her doctor's office literally said the same exact thing as what her comments were saying and what reaction channels were saying, you know she was shitting bricks, bro. Her first thought was, fuck, I gotta lose some weight because I can't have these reaction channels and comments be correct. She just lives to prove these people wrong.
Let's see.
Okay, I can stop pausing.
Does it come with batteries? So you need 4 AA batteries. Let's look at the back here.
I'm gonna go 5.
Okay, well, there's no batteries there. I put it on the edge of the counter. Hopefully this one doesn't fall off like my other one did, and that's how it broke. Not a bunch of videos am I recommended saying Amberlynn broke her scale. It's like people will clickbait.
Okay, first off, I'm screenshotting. Second off, Amber, you did. It's not clickbait. You broke your scale. Did you not? You said you knocked it off the counter when you were cleaning your bathroom. It's not clickbait. That's facts on facts. I don't know why that's upsetting to you, but okay.
Anything about me? Like, I'm allowed to clickbait myself because it's me and my experiences, but people just like...
Hey, Amber, we're allowed to clickbait whatever the fuck we want to, Amber, okay? It's a free platform. I can say whatever the fuck I want. I can say Amberlynn shit the bed if I want in my thumbnail. What are you gonna do about it? All right.
Extreme. Oh, they're the batteries. I don't know. I definitely feel weight gain. I will say that. Like, I'm still able to do everything. Like, obviously, I live by myself, but things are harder. Duh. Like, something that someone would do that's like 120 pounds, obviously, is probably harder for me as someone who's over 500. So that's why whenever I say, like, yeah, things are, a little bit harder for me as a bigger person.
Oh my God, Amber.
People are so amazed by it. Don't be amazed.
No, Amber, people aren't amazed by that. It's the fact that you try to sit on here and act like everything is so fine and dandy and you're a 520-pound girly pop just doing everything normal that everyone else does and being like, oh, I can do everything that you can do. I can do it the same way. Just because I'm fat doesn't mean this. You're fat phobic for saying this. And then the moment that you finally come and admit it and people are like, oh, obviously. And then you're like, why are you so surprised? Obviously, like, I'm fat. It's like, no, it's not that we're surprised. It's that you lie about it. You lie and lie and lie. And then you get forced to a point where you can't lie about it anymore. And everyone's like, oh, duh. Like, that's what we've been saying. You're such a joke, dude.
And then they run with it. It's really not that spectacular or something to run with because it's pretty obvious. My whole thing.
People don't run with it. People say, ha, this is literally another thing that you've lied about. People have a lot more respect and be a lot nicer to you about your struggles if you were honest. But you come on here acting like you can do everything that a normal weight human being can do. And then again, when the lies can no longer make sense even for you, and you finally have to tell the truth, then people say, hey, this is what we've been saying this whole time. Look, Amberlynn actually can't do these things that she's been saying she can do. And you're going to twist it into like, oh, people just think it's so crazy that I'm fat and I'd have struggled. Duh, of course I would. No, it's that you always say you don't until you finally have to admit that you do have issues. Like you, for all of the Beck era, we're saying, I wipe, you guys. I do my own thing. I shower all the time. And then finally in 2022, come on here and go, you guys, my biggest secret is that I didn't shower during 2019. We all fucking knew that, Amber. We all knew that. We could tell. Looking at you, you weren't showering, nor could you shower. But you then came on and being like, you guys, I have to tell something I was just too embarrassed to tell you guys. Like, I didn't shower. And then, of course, people are going to talk about it because it proves what everyone was saying at that time. Or you wiping and Beck exposing the fact that you needed assistance wiping for like years, my dude. Years you needed assistance for wiping. But you came on here being like, I can do everything everyone else can do. You're all just fat phobic. That's why people run with it. Because people feel vindicated in what we already knew, Whatever.
Is when It's talking to me. My favorite thing is when overweight men, obese men, say that I'm eating too much. Men need more calories than females. Goodbye. So already you're...
Okay, first off, it's not that men need more calories, okay? If you have a 6'3" woman who works out and has is like an athlete and 300 pounds, and a man that is 6'3" and 300 pounds, they're gonna have to, for the most part, eat the same to be the same weight. What? It's just that men tend to be larger human beings, but it's not a given that men automatically need more calories. You know what I mean? Also, I don't know what this has to do with anything. Who's the obese person? I don't know anyone in Girl World that's obese. The only one is the obese to beast, but he went from obese to a beast, the whole name. So I don't know anyone that's obese in this community. Someone enlighten me.
Yourself, like you're obese too. I mean, we're in the same club. It's okay, especially when you're also morbidly obese. Like, who's morbidly obese? Die young, so let's both figure it out and stop judging me, because I'm sure when you... First off,
I don't know who she's talking about. I feel like this is just random. I think she's like making some character in her head right now. But second off, let's say there is this obese man that's talking about Amberlynn. You have no idea what they're doing in their life. Maybe they're actively on a weight loss journey. Maybe they've lost a shit ton of weight and you don't know about it, okay? And second off, you're putting yourself online to be judged. So then you can't be mad at the demographic that judges you. Doesn't matter if they're 500 fucking pounds. They can sit there and judge you if they want. You put yourself online. You gave that permission to whoever the fuck wants to do it, okay? I don't understand what's so hard to comprehend about that, Amber. It's weird that, like, still after almost 12 years of being on the internet, you still don't understand how the internet works. That's like your entire job and you still don't understand how it works. That's really wild to me.
In the mirror, you aren't happy with your choices either, you know? Hey guys, so I'm actually about to switch purses.
What was that all about?
One of my favorite purses ever. I was gonna say the longest one I've had. Does that make sense? The one I've had the longest, which is my Rebecca Bean cuff. But I'm just gonna switch it to a small...
I'm drinking coffee very late at night. But I just got to the point where it's like the grounds, and that really took me out, y'all. Oh, I'm so sorry if someone likes this. I think this is ugly as hell. Okay.
It's just this really cute pink one. It's pretty much just a wallet.
Cute.
And that's what I want. So someone in my members live stream was like, can you do a what's in my purse? So I figured...
Oh yeah. Someone asked that and she said, I don't want to get up. This lazy bitch was like, I don't want to get up. That's crazy, y'all. That's crazy. You know why? Because it's a whole thing when she gets up. She has to adjust the camera. It probably takes her a second to get up. Like, it's a whole thing. She doesn't want us watching her get up because it's a struggle. And this is yet another thing that she wants us to believe, that like she just pops right up like every other normal individual, and well, like, you know, height to proportioned able individual, when the reality is she's eaten herself to the point that even getting up off a couch is a struggle for her. That's crazy.
Real quick in this video, first things first,
why
I have my wallet here.
Why are we going through the wallet?
So what I have in here is...
Why do we care?
Obviously a debit card, ID. This thing I won at bingo. It's just like a free... You pick them because it's something I won, so they just gave that to me for free. We have some coins.
Okay. Amber, what are we doing?
Twinkie and Wasabi's little Raby tags in there. And
that should go on a collar that goes on Twinkie. And did you have Rarities too in there? But you probably tossed that right out when you let her out. Crazy.
And, I don't know, like $40. Nothing special.
Why do we do this?
The receipt from when I got my labs done. Another folded paper. Oh, a vet receipt. I always bring a charger with me. Oh, okay. I guess we also have a...
She's really like dangling this vet thing. This is another thing. She's been talking about the vet, but hasn't told us why she took her animals to the vet. Because Amberlynn does not do yearly checkups on these pets. Okay, that's just... She don't be doing that shit for them, okay? So I think something's going on. It was for Twinkie. And Twinkie's getting old. She's an old girly. She's like 10, 11. She's getting to her final years, and it's unfortunate that it has to be with Amberlynn. really tragic. And I think something's going on because Twinkie's had joint pain or joint issues for years now and had medication that she has to take for it. I'm sure there's probably other things. She's getting to the age where like glaucoma is going to be very common in a dog her age. Yeah. Also, I think she had tumor issues. They were benign, but I vaguely remember Amberlynn talking about that. I worry for her. I worry for Wasabi and her because they're both old.
Gold hoop earring as well. We have another receipt. What is this for? UPS receipt. Another receipt.
What are we doing?
We have a Walmart receipt. I have 1, 2, 3.
This is so sad.
4, 5.
Dude.
5 pens.
Oh. That's crazy. That's her arm, y'all. That's her arm. That's crazy. That's crazy. This is giving like 7-year-old that's like pretending to be an adult and they're like, ooh, what's in my purse? Like, it's giving that. It's cringy as hell. This is a 34-year-old, y'all. In the body of a 60-year-old. Maybe 70. Might be older. Maybe might be in the 70s. But just to preface that.
The other hoop, this one's actually from Bingo, so I need to give that back to them. I guess I just
wow, Amber, I don't give a fuck.
It's cute. Pens here. I have a lipstick, which is in the
so
brand
sad.
Mel. I have the Rebecca Minkoff card. Damn, I've had that in there forever. There's some change on the bottom of my purse. Maybelline lipstick. More Maybelline lipstick. One of my scent birds, and the one that's in here currently, is Sexual Noir by Michael German. I love having one of these in my purse. Carmex.
Yes, cover that stink somehow.
That's 6 pens. A business card someone gave me. I think that's it.
Who's giving business cards to Amberlynn?
So everything that's in my wallet, I'm gonna put in there for sure. And then I'm definitely gonna put.
She's so pathetic, yo. I can't. This is a grown ass woman. I can't.
Carmex, my perfume. Is this even gonna fit? It does fit in this. Perfect.
Wow.
And then I'm gonna take back the Bingo pens and then keep a cute pen.
Who gives a fuck? I don't care.
Fits in here perfectly. So I never put my phone in my purse.
Yo, this is honestly gonna look so comically stupid on her. It's such a tiny. It's gonna look so. It's gonna look like a micro bag on her. Y'all know the micro bag trend? It's literally gonna look like a micro bag on this woman. Amber, you be clowning yourself. You're clowning yourself. It's a choice.
In my pocket or my bra or in my hand. Hello, so we have another storm update.
Oh my
I took
God.
a break from editing because I was just getting kind of anxious because the wind is 70 miles per hour. Cool. It genuinely sounds like a tornado's outside. It's pouring. It's flooding on my street again. I remember I actually Googled like a month ago, why does it flood so much in Oklahoma? And it all made sense while I was reading it, but I didn't absorb a single bit of information, so I don't even remember what the answer was. But if
that ain't the most Amberlynn fucking thing I've ever heard of in my life. She does not absorb information, you guys. She cannot learn. Like, this woman is genuinely incapable of learning. That's insane. She does not process things. She cannot comprehend things. Also, I would guess Oklahoma's very flat, right? So I would guess it has something to do with that. Isn't that why Oklahoma gets so many tornadoes and everything, is because it's very flat? I mean, I'm sure there's other reasons, but I think that has something to do with it, right? Maybe I'm talking about my ass. I don't know.
In sense, I promise. It goes away
Amber,
quickly.
Why don't you tell us? Why can't you just Google it really quickly? You're bringing it up. Why didn't you Google it quickly and tell us instead of being like, it made sense, I remember. Just trust me. You're such a lazy YouTuber.
Not gonna lie. But I don't know if you guys hear the thunder, the rain. It's kind of hectic on right now.
I hear it.
But I'm gonna finish editing this. I'm gonna take a melatonin. Wow. And I'm hoping to sleep through it, but somehow I doubt that.
Good for you.
Comment of the day. Brittany Bubby said, "You're almost in your 40s. Stop with the piggy tails, although it is suiting." So for one, I am not almost in my 40s. I'm only 34. So I feel like that's like telling a 14-year-old that they're almost in their 20s.
It's not the same thing.
It's like telling a 24-year-old they're almost in their 30s.
Thing.
It's just not the case. For two, you can be in...
Okay, first off, it's really not the same thing, okay? Being in your 30s and 40s and being in your teens and 20s, it's just not the same thing, you know? It's like having an age gap with your partner at 14, having a 10-year age gap is not appropriate. being in your 30s and 40s, it's a lot more appropriate. You know what I mean? Like things change, you know? Perspectives change as ages change on things.
And still wear pigtails. For a minute there, I was questioning my sanity, so I went onto Google, I typed in pigtails, I went to the images. 85% of the people that pop up on there are adults.
Okay, let's do this together. Shall we? Pigtails. Child. I like these styles in them. Child. I'm guessing teens. There's definitely like young 20-year-olds. Oh, I mean, there's a man. But that's not really pigtails. I mean, it is pigtails, but like he's doing pigtail dreads. I just feel like it's different, you know? It's either young 20-year-olds or literal babies, like children. Yeah, it's not for you, Amber, okay? It's not for you. I'm not seeing many 30 or 40-year-olds with these on there. I'm seeing a lot of children. I will say some of the styles like these aren't something that like I think you would see in the wild, you know? Like it's like TikTok trends, but like it's not something that you would really see someone wearing like every day to like go to school or go to classes or go to work, you know what I mean? It's like, hey, I look cute for TikTok, but like that's different, Amber. Like I don't know. Okay, whatever.
I then did it on TikTok. Nothing but adults. I just had to see if...
Because again, it's like, it's a TikTok trend. Like, you don't live in the real world, so you wouldn't get it because you don't actually really see people out in the wild for the most part, other than bingo, which like are going to be older demographic. But go to a college campus, you're not going to see girls wearing this. Like, be so fucking real.
I was the only adult actually sporting pigtails. I love pigtails, and I'm not going to stop wearing them.
All right, girl.
My word of advice.
Also, like, Amber, though, you look dumb because you're not, like, again, 34 is not old, but this bitch is be aging like milk, okay? Like, real talk, I'm so sorry. The bitch is aging like milk. So, one, we just got that going on. And she doesn't style them cute. She doesn't do her makeup cute. Like, she really just makes herself look like a joke, which is, you know, very low-cal of her, but like it just furthers the low-calness of the identity of Amberlynn, you know?
An actual advice that I do take myself, wear what you love, whether it's clothing, a hairstyle, makeup, it doesn't.
Amber, there are so many clips of you on YouTube shitting on what other girls are wearing. You're one of the biggest girl haters out there. So the only time that you ever say this little like, wear what you love, is when people call you out for looking ugly as fuck. You don't know how to style things. You don't know how to wear things. Like, you don't know how to do it, okay? Like, that's your issue. And you don't like when people share their opinion. Is it nice? No. It's probably not nice. But, you know, not all opinions are nice. But you're one of the biggest girl haters out there, okay? There are so many clips from the beginning of your YouTube till now shitting on what other women are wearing, what other women look like. So I don't know why it's all of a sudden Amberlynn's going to come out here once again being an activist for loving yourself. People don't want to hear it from someone like you, Amber. True talk.
Matter. Just be you. As long as you're not hurting anybody and you feel comfortable and happy with the makeup style you have, the hairstyle you do, the clothing you wear, that is all that matters. It's you wearing it, not them. Vashta?
Okay, again, I agree with a sentiment 100%, but it's the fact that it's coming from Amberlynn that's like really geeking me out. It's not cute, Amber. We don't want to hear it from you. No one wants to hear this from you. You're not the girl to be, you know, advising and hyping people up. People don't want to be hyped up by someone like you, Amber, for so many reasons.
Rada67 said, you actually thought you weighed 350. I laughed so hard I peed a little. And I'm simply not just going to read the rest of that. If you actually listen to
okay.
Vashta.
Okay. The rest of it says, you probably stood on the scale and it spun around a few times and landed on 350. I want to live in the reality you live in. Haha. I don't know why she didn't read that. It's not that crazy. Yeah, no, I mean, it's funny because Amberlynn, like, it weighed her at 350, and then she's like, I have to experiment, and she weighed a gallon of water to, like, see if it was broken. Amberlynn, the experiment was the fact that the scale thought you were 350. That was it. You didn't need to weigh a gallon of water. The experiment was literally that the scale weighed you at 350. There was no other investigation needed at that point. It's broken. That's what this commenter is talking about.
Narada67 said, you actually thought you weighed 350. I laughed so hard I peed a little. And I'm simply not just going to read the rest of that. If you actually listen to the video, you would see that when I stepped on the scale and I saw 350, that's when I knew my scale is broke. So no, I did not.
No, you said, this is weird. Let me weigh a gallon of water. You're rewriting history now, Amber. You're rewriting your own history. Because you know that you look absolutely idiotic in that. There should have been no other investigation needed.
I weighed 350. I don't know where you got that from. I'm not even remotely close to that. Samad Ledesima 5929 said, OMG, I love the red hearts on black mesh. I'm pissed I didn't get it on sale. Hee hee. Thank you. It's actually super cute.
Why did she read the hee hee like that? Hee hee. Why did she read it hee hee? She's funny, y'all. She's funny.
On Amazon for only $19, so it's pretty cheap and definitely worth it. Okay. So if you want to know exactly what store on Amazon, this is the one. I do not know how to pronounce it, so I figured out.
Oh, it actually was crazy. On one of the was it the ankles? He literally, I think it was him, that commented on the fact that you could literally see the reflection of the hearts on her skin because it was so pulled out. Because she was stretching it out so much, it like wasn't even touching her body at that point. That's crazy, y'all. It was crazy.
And heads up, I actually placed a Torrid. I placed a Torrid haul. I got some stuff from Torrid, okay? Today, because they have these new dresses.
She literally has gotten so many Torrid hauls and has yet to wear any of the new clothes. I don't think they fit her. She literally, they don't fit her. She has to get clothes that actually fit her because she's growing out of the clothes that she got. Which, to be fair, they didn't really fit her when she first got them. But that's crazy, dude. Like, we have not seen her wear any of her new clothes, for the most part.
And my fingers are crossed that I like them on me. I guess we'll see. They're super cute, though, online. But you guys know how that goes. Sometimes it looks cute online, and sometimes it does not look cute in person.
I mean, to be fair, Amber, a lot of things don't look cute on you because your body does not resemble a human body at this point, a human form. You have deformed your body. Things be looking off. Doesn't matter. There's very few things that look good on you at this point. No tea, no shade, okay? But it's just, that's what happens when you get yourself to almost 600 pounds. Like, clothes aren't going to look good on you at that point. Like, maybe that can be, motivation to lose weight. So clothes actually look decent on you.
So that is the end of this vlog. You guys have been messaging me on Instagram saying that you've loved the vlogs and you love that I keep them pretty lengthy. So I'm glad that you guys have been enjoying that. Anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed this one. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Are people messaging her? I don't know. But that's all I have for you guys today. It's long enough. I'm going to edit this real quick and upload this for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I don't know when I'll be back. Hopefully she uploads soon. I'll probably upload a few times before my exams. But hopefully she uploads soon because I want to see her weight. I want to see if she's going to tell us her weight. That's all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.